Hi everybody, it's Leanne again. I did say that I'd come and show you how to do this scissor holder or scissor case, um, and just to protect them. That's one I've just done just recently. It's got my name on it, Leanne. Anyway, to get that design, all you need is 4 pieces of cardboard like this, times 4. All you do is to make it is to put your scissors down a bit above it like that, and then you draw a V shape with a round end up to there, a V shape like that, and then you just put a curve on the top like a lid. It looks like a piece of a fan or something. Anyway, you cut 4 of them depending on the shape and size of your scissors, or the size of your scissors. These are medium scissors to small. So you cut 4 of them, like I said, and then you need 2 colours, contrasting, or whatever spare scraps you got really. I've got some calico, and I drew the outline of the shape onto that, and then I cut and left 1 centimetre all around the whole thing. So leave 1 centimetre. Cut 2 of them because you need 4 in total. 2 of these, and then 2 of your patterned colour for the front of your scissor holder. And then you cut on the curved bits these little slits. You just cut them up to the line but not on the line, and you cut right round on the curved edges of your thing, of your pattern, even down here on the bottom. You cut that as well. So you need 2 of them, 1 centimetre. Make sure you draw the pattern, then leave 1 centimetre, then cut the round bits, just like I've done there, as you can see. Now you need your contrasting colour, which I've just got a scrap piece of paper, material here, and I drew the pattern on once again, which I want you to do because that's the outline you're going to glue it onto, and then cut the tops again on the curved bits. Now you need 2 of these, so draw the pattern on it, leave 1 centimetre, cut 2 of them, and then cut the little splinters up top here. Alright, so we've done that. Now the next thing to do is to take your piece of cardboard, which is here, and get some wadding, filler, whatever. And what I normally do, I've got the heat gun on, is all we're going to do is we're going to put some glue right round on that outline, like that. I'm just going to stick it down on the foam, or the wadding, or the backing, or the filler, whatever they call it these days. And then we just cut it out to the shape. Just cut it out. Pretty easy. You can do it. Cut it out just like that to the shape of the fan piece or the holder case, whatever you want to call it. Now that's just going to give some bounce to your scissor holder. Now you do this twice. You need 2 of these, and there it is. It's already battened down, glued down. And what you're going to do is then put your piece of contrasting colour on that line that you just drew, that shape, that fan shape, and you put it on the edges and the outline of that, and then hold it on the top, out there, and then hold it. Now hold it with your finger here, and we're going to glue one of those little slits down. So we're going to do this. 1 dollop of glue there, get up to the line, and glue 1 or 2, whatever happens to fall on that dot of glue, like that. Go all round, do a couple at a time. Oops, that one is not slit. I must have forgot that. Well, I was going to show you how to do it, that's right. So we're just going to slip, snip, snip all round. And I'm going to bring that in. Now, as you can see, it's starting to get a shape just here. Now you keep going, 1 or 2 slits at a time, because you want to, turn that right round. Use your thumb and your finger, those little muscles we've got, just like that. Get your thumb and actually push it. So you can see we've got that nice shape just here now, just there. Now come back up here and do the same again. Just like that. Squash it down. And around this corner here as well. Just keep pushing it and pushing it. Just like that, so you get it nice and flat. Just like that. You see? And then we continue around the edge. Yeah. Pull it in from here so it goes up. Same as here. Can you see that? Up here. A little bit of a line here. Make sure you flatten it out. And as you can see, we're starting to get the fan shape. Now, I'll just finish that while I'm here. So be patient, I'll just finish it off. There we go. And when you get down to the end, I haven't snipped it yet because I was going to show you how to do that. You snip it around the corner of the foot or the end. I was doing a slipper, that's why I've been calling it a foot, sorry. So you get it down the end of the fan there, and then you put the first one on again, like that, and push it up. Same again. Just there. Push it up. Use that thumb. Do it around here. Get the thumb, finger, and then your thumb, and push it up. Just like that. And we'll do it again, because this one seems to be a bit excess material there, and I don't know why. But anyway, flatten it down. Right, and there we go. So as you can see, it's a nice fan. Now we do that exactly the same thing with the calico, but we don't put any wadding underneath. It's just plain new. So you line it up. Excuse me, I'll just get rid of these strands. So you line it up on your pattern that you already drew there, and then you start folding down, just like that. You start folding down, and on the bottom. So that'll be flat. Now the next step is you get to here where I'm at. There's the calico, the flat one. There's the one on my contrasting colour with the batting underneath, or the wadding. And then you put the two together like that when you're finished. So you glue, I forgot to say, sorry, so you glue the calico one to the front one. Two wrong sides in the middle, and glue it down, and that's what it'll look like. So then you'll have two good pieces. Now the next thing to do is to put them together, and then we're going to sew it. Now I started sewing on the blue just there, but it looks a little bit wide to me, so I'm just going to sew the calico parts together right round. Now you come down 1/4 of the way or come up 3/4, your choice, and you sew from one side here, and then you go right round to the other side and meet up. Now when you get to that, stop and we'll do the next step. So I'm just going to sew it together. Now what I've been using is this grape cotton. I think it's a beading cotton or crochet cotton. I think it's 8mm, and it's very strong, and it works really well on projects. So as you can see, I'm just going to sew it. Just going to go through the white calico, and I'm going to sew it right up to there. Doesn't matter what it looks like, because what's going to happen is I'm going to get this Chinese braid and we're going to go over it, so it'll be covered. As you can see, it's going to be covered. So that's the beauty of hiding things. You don't have to make them so pretty underneath. So I'll get to that, and then when I finish, I'll do the next step. So I'll just continue. I'll just put that back. That is hot. I left it on all day accidentally. Dearie me. Anyway, so I'm going to continue sewing. There's a bit of a wind outside here in Sydney. It's got a bit of a gale going. A little bit nippy. I've got the heater on. The dogs are out, flat out, asleep. Now I was supposed to go away today to Lithgow, but I've had some sort of flu, head cold or something to that effect. Don't know which. And I decided to stay, and my husband went instead, and he took our older dog, Coco. She used to be called Coco Chanel by its original owners, and we got her as a pup, and I left her name as Coco, but not Coco Chanel. I mean, you know, she's not Coco Chanel. She used to be small when she was a baby, really small, and all of a sudden she grew into this fat dog. Maybe I'm overfeeding her, I don't know, but anyway, as you can see, I'm sewing the calico inside there together. I was sewing the blue to blue, and I think that's a bit too big, and it may show, so I'll do the inner calico first. If I can't do that, I'll start on the blue, but it seems to be working really well. But normally I'd do the blue. Oops, it's a bit hard there. And I'll just have a look. Maybe a little bit too much glue, because it's very hard to go through glue. That's why you know, you step back a bit from the glue. Oops. I'll have to stand that up on its own. Yep, that worked. Alright, now we've got to sew these together as best we can. Because they're very thick down there. So as you can see, I'm coming around the point or the bend. Now I have to get a little bit closer with my eyes on this. Right. This cotton is really good. Very, very strong. You get them in pretty colours. So you can do a lot of those fancy stitches that's on the step I was doing. I could stitch and all that. It's really very, very good cotton. Very strong. I love it. And you get them in these beautiful colours. I'm going to have to squash that one down a bit. Use the bottom. It's hard to do. Right. Once again, that's a little bit hard. Maybe I'll do the blue on the blue. There you go, blue on the blue. Right, got it again. Very hard to do, but it's getting there. Oh, it's not too hard. It's not too bad. We can do it. Come on, we can do it. Right. Pull it tight. Let's see, are we there yet? Nope, we've got to come up halfway between there. Right, keep going. Pull it tight. Get a wriggle on, come on. One or two more stitches. As you can see, it's just about there. Right, there we go. Right, pull it tight. Do a couple of stitches to pull it together. Oops. Like that. Drop the needle, but I'll be able to pull it through. My fingers like that. Right, I might just pull it through one more time, just to give it added strength. I'll just thread this. And I'll just pull it through one more time, just to give it enough added strength. There we go. Pull it again. Right, there we go. We can cut it off now. Right, I'll just put that away. Now what we're going to do is use the Chinese braid, and we're going to start here, just down the side here. We'll come past that about there, and then we're going to take it over the first one here. Can you see that? Take it over the first strip, so we cover all this here, all that there. And I'll just get my glue gun and we'll start. Now you put a big blob of glue because it needs it, and then we can come around and do the extra little bits later, like the bits here and the bits there that we've missed. Okay, now we're going to go over the first one, which is this one here, and we're going to take that up and over it like that. Okay, so we'll just do that. Just put a big blob of glue in the middle of those two pieces of cardboard. You see what I've done there? See? Now we're going to continue over the top, just of one of the sides. And we're going to continue, and I'm going to try and do this as fast as I can. There we go. Press it down as you go. Continue. Pull the Chinese braid as much as you can as well. Don't have it slack. Tighten it off so you get a good firm grip on it there. So it's starting to look like that. Right, now we come back down this side and we go diagonal. We'll come down here and then we diagonally go onto this, and that's what we're going to do. Let's see where I'm up to. Now we're going to come diagonally across there, and we'll come into this diagonals here. Try and squash that on to cover it, as you can see. See, we've covered all the stitches. Right. Oops. I've got a bit of a problem on that side, but we'll fix it when we get to it. Now we continue. So I'm going to come across those stitches. I'm going to be like that. Press it down as much as you can. Now this is quite thick here, so what we'll do is, hang on a minute, I'll just get rid of these glue strands. Right, so it's pretty thick around the bottom down here, as you can see right here. So what I'm going to do is try and amalgamate that together by putting big glue there, pulling this together and tightening that. See? So it can cover up a multitude of sins. Right, now we're coming up to the other side, and we're going to put some more glue there. And pull it tight, cover it up, just like that. As you can see, now this time, last time we went diagonals that way, this time we're going to go diagonals around this next one here. So we're going to come up like that and then diagonally go around there, like that. See? And we will cover this, and I'll show you that now. Hang on a minute, I'll just glue this little bit down that's playing up. Cut that little piece off that's dragging. There we go. I'm going to make sure I put glue there and then come over the top of that as well, because we want to strengthen that there. So we'll strengthen it by putting it straight over the top like that, and then we'll go off diagonally over here like that. You see that? So that's what we'll do. So I'm going to take it back, put the glue on this side, and then I'm going to take it off diagonally onto this side, just like that. Okay, got that? And then we'll do the top. Get the glue right in the middle there, big blob of it, because you need plenty of it. You need it to really smooth out to the edges, the glue, and to take it all in, so you can just push the sides down as well. So that's why we use a bit of glue, so it can go out to the sides as well. Now we're coming back up to the side again, and what we normally do now is we just go off diagonals like that and glue it down. And then you've got that. Oops, where am I? There we go. Okay, so that's what we'll do. We'll glue it down. We're still right there on the edge, but we'll come off diagonals to get its strength onto the first one, just like that, as you can see. Right, now what we've got to do is cut it off carefully and then glue down whatever's straying, just like that. And there you go. I'll just get these glue strands off. So as you can see, there it is. I'll just get these glue strands off. My fingers are sticking to it, and there we go. So there it is on the scissor holder. Now you get your scissors and you put it in, just like that. It's a bit stiff at the start, but you'll wear it in, and that's how it is. They get a bit stiff at the start, but over time you'll be able to put those scissors right down. Trust me. So anyway, that's how you do your scissor holder. You could possibly come down longer, so those strands can come down longer, the side braids. But other than that, it's quite a pretty little thing. I made this one the other day. It's a bit bigger. Scissors disappear in it, so I can put a bigger pair in there. But other than that, they are quite easy to make. This one here that we've just created is stiff. It's a cardboard. Over time it eases up, but that's what it looks like. Just some spare materials and gabardine and Chinese braid. Now what you can do is keep going around here on these edges and gluing them down. Just like that. Some of them are still up, as you can see at the top there. And some more up there. And you just stick them down so they all sit properly, flat, quite good, just like that. So there you go. There's another scissor holders that I've just made, and you can make that too. It's quite easy. I've still got this one here to show you how to make, and I will soon. And I want you to give that a go, see how you go, and I think you won't be disappointed. It's quite pretty, quite practical. Anyway, from me now to you, say goodbye. See you next time. Bye.